Hello everyone, and welcome to The Poet's Point. I'm Matt Harris, and today I'll be reciting a poem I wrote called A Saturday at Marley Station Mall. I wrote this poem as a tribute for my daughter Julia and for her fiance Andrew. It's in recognition of that Saturday when Andrew proposed to her. On that very day, the poem started percolating at the mall as I sat on the edge of a flower bed and waited for my sister to finish shopping. While I waited, Julia and Andrew were on my mind, and I was overcome with a flood of happy memories that I had experienced at the mall with Julia when she was a young child. The poem tries to capture some of those delightful times. And now here's to you, Julia and Andrew, a Saturday at Marley Station Mall. Last Saturday at Marley Station Mall, right across from the shoe store Journeys, I sat on a flower bed's marble border, plastic plants sprouting like springtime. I clutched an Auntie Anne's pretzel bag and placed a cup of Coke on the marbled surface, unmasked my face and a part of my past, my now blind eyes darting reflexively, as if a synaptic connection still existed between them and my brain, who demanded to know if other patrons browsed with their faces bared. It was, after all, our first summer vacationing with that viral breathing COVID-19, while Julia, my 20-something daughter, vacationed 100 miles south with her 20-something boyfriend, Andrew. Or fiancé by now, I corrected myself, remembering how days earlier Andrew had respectfully asked for my blessing, telling me of his plans of proposing to my daughter today. My pretzel bag then swallowed my hand, warm cinnamon sweetening my fingertips like an Elizabeth Bishop poem converted to Braille. I pinched a twist from my pretzel and chewed, then licked the poetry from each fingertip. 2 decades of memories began to unmask, created back when I once saw, although only like looking through a drinking straw. But sight still, nonetheless, and just enough ink for each retina to have tattooed the histories to the forearms of my mind, where I glanced to see you, Julia, as a young child, and those dozens of Saturdays each year that you, your little sis, your mom, and I spent here. I recalled how your tiny face once twinkled whenever KB Toys invited you to hang out with some good friends at her place, like Tickle Me Elmo, Teletubbies, Furbies, Beanie Babies, Barney, and your best friend, Wishbone. Then off the golden arches to quell your tummy's growl with Happy Meals and your favorite sides, of course, like Little Mermaid, the Mighty Ducks, Sliding Pucks, Inspector Gadget, Space Jam, and Babe. And on other Saturdays here, sitting inside a popcorn-scented cinema, you chomped gummy bears and gripped a Sprite-filled sippy cup while finding Nemo and catching a shark tale, Shrek, A Bug's Life, The Incredibles, Monsters, Inc., and Toy Story 2. Some Saturdays, after dropping your mom off upstairs for a little gussying up at Glamour Nails, I'd pull you rather than push you in your wobbly wheeled stroller, giving you a unique backwards perspective of the mall, the crowd parting like the Red Sea as my white cane tap danced its way through, until we parked at the play area, where your eyes stretched in their sockets like green frisbees, your tiny finger crookedly pointing to the bank of glass elevators, their white lights blinking. Your fingers then, as if typing on an invisible keyboard, flitted with a flurry of waves to their passengers as they yo-yoed from the top to the bottom floors. I then swigged from my sweaty Coca-Cola cup and washed that last sweet piece of pretzel down. Like those memorable locations, blindness washed away, even as I sat reminiscing in their midst. Before masking my face behind its fraying cloth again, my nostrils took one more deep draw, and with unreadable lips I whispered this quotation from that Susian sage: "Sometimes you'll never know the value of something until it becomes a memory." Congratulations, Julia and Andrew. I love you.